Hello and welcome again to another episode of FPL Kopi Talks, where we try to put order into this chaos of a game called Fantasy Premier League. I'm Anwar, the FPL casual.
I'm ADK, the Arsenal loyalist.
And I am Lukman, the sensible one.
Finally changed. Finally not the
Yeah.
stubborn one.
I'm sensible for once. I mean, not for once.
A green
I'm back to
arrow
be
finally,
sensible.
yeah?
Yeah.
Anyway,
How,
before we
how's
begin,
everything, guys?
right? Yeah, anyway, before we begin, happy Deepavali to all our Hindu listeners, right? I hope you guys experience more happiness in your life with this joyous celebration. May you and your loved one have an abundance of love, joy, and light to miss the festivities. Happy Deepavali, guys!
Bro, you read out your company wish text, bro.
The
Corporate
company
ever,
email, bro.
corporate ever.
He was the one who wrote it. He was the one that published it. He's the welfare guy.
Yeah. Happy Diwali.
No, but I meant it with all my heart.
He used the
I meant it
Canva.
with
He
all
used the
my heart.
Canva to make it.
Yeah,
How's
I
the
meant it with
weekend,
all
man?
my heart.
Before we
guys.
start, how's the weekend? Long weekend for us here in Singapore. ABK, how's any public holiday
Oh,
for you today?
man.
No.
No public holiday for me. Yeah, Deepavali. I don't think there's enough people celebrating here for a public holiday.
But you're good.
But it's
You get a
a
lot of
week full of
holidays.
studying for me. Surprisingly, the
Study?
school here is not easy. Lots of tests and assignments to do. I spend the whole weekend busy
Really
studying.
not.
Sure.
But I did make time for football. I mean, once always
you
make
did?
time
Nice,
for
nice, nice. I
football.
think that's always
Oh,
important.
you did?
I did.
Alright.
As in to watch
Okay.
football. I didn't play football this weekend.
Alright, I guess it's time we start the pod proper. But before that, don't forget to follow FPL Kopi Talks on IG, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and X.
Yep, show us some love with a like, follow, and subscribe. We're always working hard to provide up-to-date top content to partner you in your FPL journey.
Also, if you haven't, do join our Telegram group where we're running our FPL Prize League. I'm really looking forward to today's pod, and without further ado, grab your beverage of choice. This is episode 90, Tsimi, Sigh. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Bos, kopi O1 bos.
You're listening to FPL Kopi Talks.
It's Freddie Young back again. Push out by Bartes. Wilson!
Right here. Right now.
What a piece of quick
Tall Grande Venti, where we put our purely biased, highly opinionated ratings of this game week. So I think ABK, right?
yeah. Only red arrow of the team this week.
Yeah, just before that, I think this week we're going to do it a little differently. We'll present
Okay.
our teams first, and then we'll present like what we feel about the game week, and then we talk about transfers at the end in our team. Correct?
Yeah. Okay, let's get to it.
We'll try that this week.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, kind of not so great week for me. Red arrow, 63 points. I think having gone without Salah, it's hurting me. So I think the project No Salah is going to come to an end soon. Right. So I'm already actually planning my moves to get Salah back in.
Wait.
Not back in. I think Salah's never been in my team, so just to get Salah in my team. So 63 points this week. I think the biggest highlight of my week, as in not highlight of my week, but biggest thing in my week is that I have Tsimikas on the bench, and then I was kind of hoping because I had Luis Diaz in my first team. I was hoping that Luis Diaz didn't come on, but he did for 1 point, and then I have like Tsimikas first on my bench. This is like 2 weeks in a row where I have like players on my bench that have like high scoring.
How's your lineup, bro?
points. So my lineup.
Wait, your transfer. So you sold Meadow for?
I sold Meadow for Martinelli. I actually
Why?
considered going for Trossard. Because I'm an Arsenal loyalist, I went for Arsenal player. But the reason why I went for Martinelli over Trossard was because I think Martinelli is more nailed. I didn't want to have like a fire to fight later when Trossard, gets dropped, or when Jesus comes back, or when Nketiah comes back. So I think the reason why I went for was Martinelli. Yeah. But like I really had this feeling that Trossard was gonna return because he was playing in a forward position. I was watching the Sevilla game, and then he's more clinical. I mean, Martinelli, you watch the Sevilla game, he was fantastic. He was had 5 dribbles against 1 Lu in the first half. Right, so I thought like, wow, I was really impressed by him. But I think Trossard is the one if you want to get points. I think whenever he plays, he always gets goals and assists. So anyway, how my team is set up is I'm in a 3-5-2 as usual. Gabriel, Cash, and Trippier. All blank for me here. So my keeper is Ariola. all blank for me. So it's really quite hard pain to see Tsimikas first on the bench with all these players blanking. Midfielders, Martinelli, Bowen, Luis Diaz, Saka, Son. And then up front I have Watkins and I have my captain Haaland with 32 points. Yeah, so drop, I think I was about a 1 million rank. I think it's dropped about 300,000 in rank, 1.3 million right now. Yeah. So
Alright.
yeah, I mean it's a 4 out of 10 week for me. I think Arsenal won, and then we have like Man City dropping points, Spurs dropping points. So I think the title race is kind of kind of blown wide open at this stage, and I think that's a good thing for Arsenal fans. So I think that's the reason
Sorry,
why
I
I didn't
missed
get
it.
a lower
What's the rating again?
4
Five.
4 out of 10.
Four.
Still not passed
Okay.
yet.
Not too good.
Still feel
Okay, we will talk about your early transfer. You already made a transfer.
yeah,
so
I
I know
really
there's 2 more weeks to
transfer,
go. We'll
but
talk about it
I'll
later.
talk about it later.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
I'll go next because Anwar, as usual, talks.
Like usual,
But
I
actually,
hope,
it's been a
I hope
good-
it
but-
keeps this way.
Every day Sunday, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, quickly, I sold Madison for Embuemo. The reason I wanted to get Kudus, as I said in the last part, right? But Embuemo is basically like a move that will save me a transfer down the line, because from game week 14 he has Luton at home and he plays Sheffield in 16 also. So I'm thinking, right, I take so many hits this season, right? If I buy Kudus, I'll probably take more hits in the future to bring my Embuemo. So I'm just saving a transfer. So my game week, despite having Tsimikas on the bench, I got 79 points and a green from 3.2 to 2.5. So before Haaland's haul, right, before Man City's game, right, it was like a 1 million green arrow. I was hoping Haaland like get a 2-pointer and I'll probably get 1 million green arrow, but Haaland matched Salah. So it went down to 2.1 to 2.5 after Haaland's haul, even though I own Haaland, because I captain more. So 79 points, Pickford, Trippier, Gabriel Cash, captain Salah, Embuemo, Adingra came in clutch with 9 points, Saka, Gordon, Watkins and Haaland. So I would rate this game week comfortable 7. I think as ABK said, when Man City drop points, it's always a good news for almost for Liverpool and Arsenal fans or even Spurs fans, right?
Yeah.
So it's a good game week. It would have been 8 if like Haaland didn't haul, but I think 7 is still quite high. So yeah, that's my rating.
Yeah, but I think
Anwar?
Lokman, I'm quite happy that you getting the points. Like finally, like I mean, like, I
Bro.
hope the tide turns for you. I hope the tide turns for you. Like seriously, legit.
This guy, yeah.
Because
Are you being patronizing or bro?
no, really. Like, I feel like
Okay,
you've been struggling quite a bit, lah. So this week
thanks,
is
bro.
a good one for
Appreciate
you.
it.
I'm happy for you, bro. For mine, okay, so I transferred Kudus in for Madison. So why I decided to go with Kudus was, I mean, the logical option was to go with Bowen, but I feel that my team is relatively template, and I wanted I wanted a differential, and I look at Kudus in the last few games that he had in the Europa League, in the last few Premier League games, and I felt that he had something different. Kind of regret my choice a little bit because Bowen actually hauled, and I think Bowen might be a better transfer in the long run. But I'm happy that with Kudus at least I have 1.1 million in the bank, so I have a bit more
There's a lot
room
of
for
difference.
transfers lah. Yeah, because I like you look at my team, it's maxed out with quite a number of premiums in there. So yeah, so Kudus in. It's quite lucky to get the 83 points this week, because Tsimikas and Salah Tsimikas and Salah actually returned. I have Johnston in goal, Guehi, Cash and Tsimikas. Kudus, Son, Mitoma, Diaby, Salah in my midfield, and Haaland and Watkins up front. So for me, overall, it was pretty decent. I'm actually a little disappointed that my faith in Crystal Palace defense didn't pay off, especially with Johnston and Guehi conceding 3 goals against Everton. I expected a bit more lah.
Yeah.
So a bit disappointed there. Honestly, right?
I actually considered, because I have 2 free transfers, I actually considered doing Areola to Johnston. So I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, lucky you didn't.
mentioned.
Yeah, and
Lucky
then,
Meadow is injured.
to be very honest with you, after watching the Liverpool against Toulouse game, right, I was constantly taking a hit to bring out Tsimikas for like a more like a more stable defender. Because if you look on my bench, I have Kabore and Dakhil, and I was thinking like if I Tsimikas also and Tsimikas don't even start, right, then I'm like my hands are tied, but thankfully, like I think Lady Luck was on my side this week. So overall, I would give myself the rating this week 6 out of 10. Like it's a decent week. Could have done better, but I feel that Like
quite
I was,
low.
yeah. Like I thought I was just very lucky. So I'm not
What's your
elated that I
OR?
got lucky. Okay, my overall ranking improved quite a little bit. So I went up from 34.5k last week to 22k this week.
Wow.
So
Wow.
pretty decent.
34 to 22 and
I'm
a 6 over 10. That's very low for a
No, because
decent
I feel like this week is luck
Lucky
like pure luck. I don't feel the
You
skills
No
are
skill
coming into
lah.
this
No
week.
skill
You know
lah.
what I mean? Like,
Okay.
and then okay,
Uh,
so and
setting
then like in
expectations
Singapore,
high,
right,
bro.
from
Yeah, bro.
252 to 153. So I'm 153. But I have to say this. The FPL Kopi Talk League, right, like it's one of the most competitive league I've been in. I actually dropped two points in two. I actually dropped there. Like
Places.
I'm ninth now, from 7th to 9th. So I mean, it's
Wow.
really good lah. We surrounded ourselves with really good players who know how to play the game well. And I think the advice you get from the Telegram group channel will also be good lah. So if you guys are listening to this and not yet joined the Telegram group, this is a shout, right? Just join in there, and then we share some questions, we share some advice there as well.
Okay.
So 6 out of 10 for
Okay.
me. I hope I get no. If you see the ABK, no decimals this week. 6 out of 10.
Yeah. I was just
Okay.
about to comment on that. Yeah. Well done, bro.
Like a flat
Okay.
6, like a flat white.
Okay, Brew of the Week. In this segment, we discuss players or teams that had exceeded our FPL expectations and we feel might go into a hot streak of brewing form. So let's start with mine and Anwar's team, Liverpool. So let's talk about... No, we did know that Joe Gomez was injured, right? There was no news that came out.
Yeah. He was injured.
Yeah, so he was on the bench. He and Konate was injured last minute, like random like last minute news. But anyway, Tsimikas 15 points on my bench, on ABK's first bench. That really hurt because I don't know, man. I couldn't celebrate those goals as a Liverpool fan, man, when Tsimi assisted those two.
Even Salah wasn't celebrating, bro. I think Salah had Tsimikas on the bench. You see his goal, his second goal. Was it his second goal? Yeah, his second goal.
Yeah.
The
He
one
didn't
Tsimikas
celebrate.
crossed to him, right? He didn't celebrate, bro.
You know,
Right?
yeah, his second goal.
Yeah, I think he got Tsimikas on his bench also.
Yeah, I knew it was comfortable win. I think in the end, Liverpool. Even though my new guy Embremo got into good positions, but Van Dijk was back to his best. Just managing Embremo's pace and all. So Anwar, what do you think of the game, man?
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting midfield choice from Klopp starting the game. He started with Endo, Soboslai, and Cody Gakpo. So I don't know whether I find it really hard to read what's going through Klopp's mind in this midfield decision, because if you look at Brentford setup, right? They set up with a 3-5-2, so we don't really necessarily get the overload in midfield. Right, Cody Gakpo generally operates further up. Then you only have Wataru Endo sitting deep lah. But otherwise, I thought that the game like this against this formation, Tsimikas had a lot more space on the left, and with Trent coming in, I don't know, the shape was a bit different lah for this game. And I mean, Darwin Núñez, I don't know what to say about him, man. I love him as a player. I love his pure passion, and just, I don't know, unlucky. Will you call it unlucky or wasteful?
This time
Like,
unlucky
at this
lah.
point-
I mean, 2 offside
This
goals.
time
Both
unlucky.
were well
Very
taken lah.
unlucky
As in,
lah.
I wouldn't say it's wasteful, but I think unlucky lah. He was so tight on the first one. I say on the first goal that was ruled out offside. Yeah. I didn't watch the game. I would just watch the extended highlights. Was Trent inverting or was he playing?
Trent was all over the pitch, to be honest. Like sometimes he was on the left side of the central midfield. Like he was, he was like right next to Tsimikas.
Yeah, he did.
He had a bit of a freer role lah. So I felt that what he had was Wataru Endo sitting very deep. So Wataru Endo acted as like a back three lah. And then Sobo Trent had a freer role. Gakpo was pushing up a bit more. And then I think the Brentford defense actually set back lah. I think against Liverpool, opposition to sit back, they tend to get punished. So if you look like teams like Luton, who actually like a bit more bold, a bit more brave, trying to push the ball forward, that's when Liverpool get punished. But all in all, I feel that it was another clean sheet lah for quite what's supposed to be a quite leaky defensive team last season, right? I'm happy with this clean sheet. And before that, right, I don't know, the first offside goal, do you see Sobo's pass? No, I thought he was gonna take the shot, man. Then he passed it to Darwin. There was some class, man. Dominic Sobo's like.
No, but you said teams sit back. Liverpool will get punished, right? But I think this game plan, right, on another day, where if Mbemo took his chances, right. Remember, I think after Darwin's second disallowed goal, right, Mbemo was one on one. If that went 1-0, right, it would have been a great. I think Brentford set up well. I think. I think on the counter they were dangerous. On the counter they were dangerous.
I mean, you have Mbemo on your. Yeah. I want to just talk a bit more about Mbemo. I mean, you have Mbemo on your team, right? I don't know what to make of him, man. Like on some games, like he's just this elusive figure in this Brentford team. Like I don't know, like he doesn't look like he's that good, but sometimes he produces good touches. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Like when does he actually return?
He does get isolated if you watch a lot of Brentford games, but he is quality lah. He has these moments of quality. Like I think one of the games he's probably like the talismanic figure lah. He can hold the ball, he can dribble, and on his day he can really haul lah. That's what I feel. And he's on penalties too, and he plays 90 minutes. So all that being said, right, I want to ask you guys. So game week 14, right? Brentford plays Luton. 16 they play Sheffield away. Are you guys thinking of Mbemo at all?
Yep. I am. I think Mbemo is my way to Salah. I think I'm gonna speak about my team later, but
interesting.
I like Mbemo as an option, and I think he has good fixtures coming up.
So. Anwar, are you thinking of him since you asked the question?
Yeah, I do. That's why I'm actually asking you because like I won't say I'm not convinced, but like he's okay lah. He's fine. He's decent, but I haven't.
Yeah, I mean,
I need to think of how I need
for the price you're paying for
him,
him, like maybe 6.8 at the moment. Is it 6.8? Yeah. I mean, you can't expect like Salah returns like every week, but
correct.
You can expect like maybe once every 2-3 games.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Darwin. I think what I like about Darwin is I know he misses his chances, right? But he can also assist. So there's another way to points in his game, and the link up with him and Mo is just good lah. So I'm actually looking to get Darwin soon. I think I'm looking to sell Watkins for Darwin in game week 15. That's my plan transfers. I think Darwin is really enticing, but don't buy him against Man City lah, because he's an early kickoff, right? He might not play, so don't buy him now. But I'm talking about in the future. I like him. I think you can't go wrong with him, and he looks like he's pretty nailed right in the team. I know. Do you agree? Like he should be first choice.
Yeah. I think Klopp. I don't know. Like looking at the team now, I think he's the best striker, like out and out striker.
Yeah, he's the best. He's got to play him.
Yeah, I got Gakpo kind of dropped the pecking order. Gakpo is not as aggressive or like does not create as much chaos as he is. And I think he prefers Jota White.
I think Gakpo is not a goal scorer. I mean, he's not out and out goal scorer. Darwin Núñez is out there to get the goals. I think that's the
and also
dimension
Jota
get with Núñez.
Jota threatens Darwin's place, right? But I think Jota, Darwin, and Mo, like those three, like it's good lah. The balance is decent lah. So I think Jota will probably start.
Yeah, I feel like Jota, Diaz, and Gakpo are the three guys that maybe you wouldn't, from an FPL standpoint, like you wouldn't want in your team, because I think they are
they be the one rotating, is it?
On that side, on the left side lah. I think that's
but Darwin could be rotated too lah.
Yeah, Gakpo this time he played in the midfield three. I mean, that's also something that you don't really want from your asset also lah. So
anyway,
so I think Liverpool just Núñez and Salah lah as the options.
Yeah. Speaking of Salah, ABK, you don't have Salah, so I want to know your plans.
Oh, you want to know my plans now? I don't do it until later. So okay, I've
you're bringing this game week, bro. This game week.
No, not this game week.
Okay, then you can say your plans.
Yeah, so I've already made a transfer out. I've made a transfer out from Luis Diaz to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer is not the most ideal choice because I think he has tough fixtures coming up, Newcastle, Brighton, and Man U. But I think I like the look of this Chelsea team. I think the Chelsea team attacks, and I think I wouldn't be getting a Chelsea defender, but I think a Chelsea attacker is something that is good. I mean, Cole Palmer is playing on a very advanced position. It's only 5.1 million. I think it's good value for money. Yeah, so I got Luis Diaz out because I think he's a rotation race and he's also playing Man City next, and then I kind of want to protect my value. That's why I'm getting him early. So the reason why I'm doing an early transfer, it's something that I always speak out against, is because I have two free transfers this game week, and I only plan to do Diaz and Palmer this week. But if push comes to shove that I need to make another transfer, I also have that one free transfer to make in my team. Yeah. So but anyway, Luis Diaz to Palmer.
Were the prices dropping? Was Luis Diaz dropping and Palmer rising?
I don't know, but I think Palmer will probably rise. I mean, he's gotten many goals, right? I think. over the week.
And Palmer also got selected in the England squad, if I'm not wrong. He got
Oh,
called
really?
up.
Huh?
Oh,
No.
man.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Palmer and Lewis Hall. Sorry, not
Under
Lewis Hall.
21, Under
Under
21,
21, is it?
Oh, under 21. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay,
not
then
in
I
the
got
main
that
squad.
wrong.
Not
I
in
thought
the
you
main
got,
squad.
I thought you got a call up in the main squad.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna get Martinelli out for Mbeumo, and then that will free up funds for me to go from Son to Salah. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next brew. I wanted to brew Arsenal because there's not much options, but ABK say we don't have to. But I just want to talk about Arsenal. I think last spot, right, I mentioned Saka didn't have only one shot in the last 4 games, right? I made a mistake. I got a bit of flag from Arsenal fans, my friends. So it's actually 3 games. Last 4 game weeks is correct, but then he didn't play one of the games. So actually he didn't only have one shot in 3 games, but whatever. I apologize to you, whoever, you know who you are. Anyway,
who was it? That
no, it's
gave
okay.
you flag?
Not important.
Someone.
I don't want to give him a shout out. I don't give a shout out. But anyway, as a Gabriel owner in this game, right, Arsenal had 13 corners, right? I was like, none of those 13 corners went anywhere near Gabriel. I was so angry. Why, bro? Why? Gabriel
And
is
then
supposed to be more threatening.
when a goal came in, I was like, yes, come on, let me Gabriel. And after I saw Saliba celebrating.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. I was damn annoyed. But anyway,
But I thought Trossard played well. though.
Yeah, he did. He hot also, right? I thought this
Yeah,
game.
he did.
I don't know. I'm still not convinced. I think the 2 Arsenal goals, right, the second and third came from corners, right? I still think like open play. I thought Arsenal didn't look that convincing, or maybe Burnley defended well. What did you think?
Yeah, I think Burnley defended well. I think they really knew that the outlets for Arsenal is through Saka and Martinelli, and they really had set deep and had 2 people always on these wingers lah. They only allowed Arsenal to play in through the middle, and that's when they packed also. Yeah, so I think they defended well. I think that was like like how they defended was how Sevilla was supposed to defend against Arsenal, but Sevilla, if you watch the game, it was horrible. Like Martinelli had like 5 dribbles against Juan in the first half of the Sevilla game.
Who's this guy? Who's one? Okay, hit them.
He's a 20-year-old kid that got like really whooped by Martinelli in the game.
Okay. New stat on Saka. Okay, listen carefully. Okay? So Bukayo Saka had only 1 shot on target in the last 4 game weeks. Even though that's a bad stat, right? I still think in this game, as a Saka owner, I'm happy. He looked better. He looked like he's more in it. So I'm still thinking Saka is a whole. Wow, I'm quite pleased with his performance.
Yeah. I think
Alright.
just one thing. I think there is this effect. Like, I feel that with Odegaard in the team, I think Saka plays better. I think I've already mentioned that. But I think one thing I haven't really mentioned was about Martinelli. As I said, I brought Martinelli in this week. But I feel like last year he had more goal contributions. Right, I think that is the effect of having Xhaka in the team. I think Xhaka, Zinchenko, and him linked up really well last season. Right, I think that's the reason why he had lots of goal contributions, and I think that's why he's seeing a bit of a dry spell this season, because I think that left 8 position hasn't really been something that I think Arsenal has really solved at the moment. Right, so I think that's the reason why he's kind of like feeling a bit isolated on the side. He's always had 2 men on him. He doesn't really have support on that side. I mean, Trossard sometimes comes into the left, but I don't think he really has the same effect. So I think as a person who just brought in Martinelli, I kind of regret. It looks like I'm going to do a transfer out of him to Mbeumo soon. Yeah, once
Actually,
Mbeumo.
Since we're on Arsenal,
you should
right?
have bought you should have bought Trossard if you were planning to sell that spot immediately. Because
I wasn't planning to sell. I mean, I wasn't.
Okay.
I was thinking more long term, but I mean, Trossard was
Okay.
on hindsight, it's always
Okay, sorry, Anwar.
easy thing.
Sorry, Anwar, what are you saying?
Yeah. Since we're on Arsenal, right? So, I'm actually planning to bring in an Arsenal defender, and I think looking at the lineup this game, right? We had Zinchenko, Tomiyasu, Gabriel, and Saliba. So, if you look at the lineup, Arteta usually rotates his defense, and I mentioned before in previous spot that one of the reasons why I'm staying away from Arsenal defenders is because of the rotational risk that we have with City, right? And I think the only one nailed here is Saliba. But is Saliba worth the points in your opinion? Like, because like looking at my team, right? I don't have much points to begin with, and I think Saliba.
You don't have much points to
centre
begin
back.
with. 22.
It's
This guy
not
got no
a-
much points to begin with.
No. He
Not
doesn't
that
have
much money to begin with, lah. Money.
Wait. What's the price difference? What's the price difference between
I think
Saliba and
it's at 5.8 now.
I know, 5.8 Saliba.
is
No,
No. That's
no,
Ben
that's
White.
too
5.8
5.2.
or 5
probably.
point.
So the price
5.5,
difference is
Saliba is
5.4 minus 4.8. So it's 0.6 difference. So ABK, is it worth the 0.6 Saliba over
I
Gabriel?
think no. I don't think Saliba
Alright.
is going to get more goals than Gabriel. And I don't think he's much more nailed than Gabriel as well.
Equally near, right?
I
They're
think
both equally.
I say this, but then like Arteta has that games where he decides to just give Gabriel a break. He never gives Saliba.
Yeah, sorry, it's 5.4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my concern
I
is
think I
that
know.
if I bring in Gabriel at 4.8, right, and then he's a
Yeah.
rotation risk, and then I don't have much on my bench to bring him on. So
Okay, that
should
makes
I
sense.
spend that 0.6 more to get that Saliba in and
Because you have Kabore and Alda here, right? So
yeah,
I guess,
cover it at the hill. Bit tight.
I guess
ah.
okay, maybe-
I'm planning to move
maybe-
on from
maybe
Betty Cash.
doable.
So yeah, and I look at Arsenal coming up lineup. I think pretty decent run of games lah. So any Arsenal
don't know.
asset will probably be in defense.
I would say
Quite
Gabriel, but
tricky,
then after watching 13 corners that none went near Gabriel, I'm thinking maybe I think Saliba even the second goal, right? It was off him also, right? The target was him. So like I don't know. After 13
Yeah,
corners,
it looks
I
to me
wouldn't buy
right,
Gabriel
when
also.
I saw the corners being set up, Gabriel was the guy that is sitting outside and then he's running into the box. Saliba is like right in the middle, right? And Trossard like gives this
he's the main
superb
target.
balls, superb corners, like that goes right in the middle of the pitch where Saliba is lah. So yeah,
So,
there were lots of
help Anwar,
corners that look threatening to me. Trossard's really
So,
really
Anwar?
good at corners.
ABK, help him out. So will he? I think for your case, it's worth it, the 0.6. What do you think, ABK?
Yeah,
Fair
I wouldn't. I still wouldn't. I would still stick to
Okay,
Gabriel.
okay. Yeah,
So
Alda Hill
should
is
look
near, right?
elsewhere, huh?
No.
Alda Hill is
He's-
near,
he's-
right, bro?
he's- I don't know what happened to him, but I think right now he's not playing. He's been getting 0
So
points.
maybe. Yeah, I guess he got
Kabore
lah, in
pretty
case.
near lah, but yeah,
Yeah,
I
he's
got
okay lah,
I
he's
got
okay lah.
2 weeks to think here on this.
Not every day Kabore play Liverpool, bro, at home.
Hey, but
No,
against
kidding.
against United, I mean we're not brewing them, but he had
Okay, quick
one cross that Maurice almost converted.
Yeah. Oh, that was one of his cross, that he
Yeah, that was from his cross, Kabore's
Ah,
cross.
okay,
So yeah, pretty
He's good lah.
decent,
Kabore
pretty
got quality
decent.
lah. Okay.
Yeah, pretty decent quality there.
Next segment, Rose of the Week. So we discussed players or teams that could have done much better this game week and deserve the rose coming their way. So that's the tagline, deserve their rose. But I think these two teams probably don't deserve it. I will explain why later. But let's start with Newcastle. If you look at the team, right, there's a lot of injuries. So they did play poorly. That game was horrible. I own Trippier and Gordon, right? That was a bad game for me. FPL-wise. But
I just want to tell a story. I don't know whether you've seen the clip of Trippier after the game. He was confronting the fan.
I did.
Yeah, he was like, "How many injuries we got? How many injuries we got?" Like he was super angry. Like, it was.
I think it was just
quite-
weak coming from a captain.
Yeah.
No need
It's
that.
just weak coming from a
Unnecessary
captain.
lah.
No class.
Just listen. Yeah, unnecessary lah. But anyway, I said Livra was near, right? But then that was before the Champions League game. They played Dortmund, right? It was a very big game, but Luis Hall started left back. So that was when I thought, okay, maybe Livra wasn't as worth it, because for Eddie Howe to play Luis Hall in such a big Champions League game, right? So because I thought he didn't trust him, right? That's why I thought Livra was near. But having played Luis Hall in the Champions League, right, I thought Livra wasn't a good buy lah. I think Kenny didn't buy Livra. I think he bought Maguire. I remember his question last week. He did.
Legend.
Yeah. So anyway, so if you do own Livra now, I think a lot of people bought Livra. I still think if you look at the fixtures, right, Chelsea, Man U, and Spurs in the next 4, right, I think you got to bench him because he will be a rotation risk. You got to either sell or bench.
Yeah, as Anwar mentioned, you have Trippier, one of the best right backs in the league. You want to play your best player in the right
that's
back
a good
position.
point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But he did come on
But
at
then
halftime, no? For
Yeah, correct.
Luis Hall. There was what, injury or
Cause-
just
No, actually, Luis Hall played okay. I watched the first half, then I was quite surprised he got sub. I don't know. I think because they were losing, or rather, the team wasn't playing well. But anyway, horrible performance from Newcastle. I think Bournemouth deserve it. Big Dom, man. How many? I think OTM he got selected quite a few times between the three of us. I think I choose one.
Yeah.
Anwar choose
and
one.
then he didn't haul until the game where we probably thought he
he
wouldn't haul against
Yeah,
Newcastle.
that's the problem with Solanke. It's difficult to get him as an asset because you just never know when he's gonna come out with the goods.
Yeah.
Like, he
Wait for double game week.
once every 3-4 game weeks he will score, but then you don't know when he will do that. And like if you have him on your bench as a rotation, it's difficult to kind of time. No?
Yeah.
So
But
don't
the
make
first
Solanke.
goal was taken quite well though. His first goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
No, actually,
the ball ricocheted
Pope
off
could have
Lascelles
saved
and then he
Yeah,
I think-
he's shot on the near side. Like he.
Yeah,
I think
correct.
Pope should have saved that.
But
Pope should have done better.
Pope I think expected a far post shot.
Mm.
Yeah, but Pope
Yeah,
did play
but-
well. But anyway,
But Newcastle,
I thought
man,
Trippier and-
the
yeah.
They don't have any like out and out striker. I think Isaac and Wilson was out
Gordon.
this game, and then they started with Joeliton up front. And then I
Gordon.
think Almiron also
Gordon, bro.
came off injured. Who came off injured?
Bro, Gordon started up
One-
front, bro.
Yeah, Almiron. I think Almiron came off injured.
Almiron came off injured also, so that's another injury to the wrist. Yeah, I mean Joeliton pushed up from midfield. The midfield also didn't look very solid. They went from Bruno
They got
Guimaraes,
Miley
Joeliton,
Cyrus.
and Tonali to Longstaff and what's this guy name? Miley Cyrus.
But anyway,
Even
okay.
Jacob Murphy is out. Yeah, lots of
Don't-
injury in
don't-
this team, man.
If you want Trippier and Gordon like me, I think it's an easy keep. You just play them in the tough-ish fixtures. Chelsea and Man U, they're not really that tough. But I think Trippier is a play. I think it's not a sell. I don't think you should sell Gordon. You just wait. I think he will trickle in points. He's even though Harvey Barnes is probably back soon in December, but I still think Gordon is at his price is just a keep.
But I just want to make a mention of how unlucky or unfortunate Newcastle is. I mean, I think their strategy to grow as a team, right, is to like have at least one marquee signing every season. I think you remember like there's like Trippier when they first started, and then they had Isaac, and in this season the marquee signing was
Bruno.
Tonali, and that didn't work out because he'll be like unavailable for the rest of the season.
On-
yeah, so
Honestly,
quite nice
AC
for them.
Milan knew what's up, man, when they sold him.
Yeah.
He knew.
They didn't get the
knew.
lawyers in, man. They knew what's up.
They're gonna loan Ruben Neves, bro, from the Saudi league.
Really?
Yeah,
It's a
because
good-
they
it's a
Yeah,
good
and then
one.
I think
Yeah.
they're trying to like the other Premier League clubs are trying to stop that from happening
Block
as
that.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's hope
block
it
that
stops.
kind of transfer.
But bro, Man U is ahead of Newcastle in the league table. That's crazy, right? I don't know how that's.
Yeah.
Anyway, next team to roast is Spurs. So a bit harsh because they have a lot of injuries. I mentioned earlier, right, if Meadow is out and their centre backs are out, they'll be gone. But in this game, it showed. Even though Wolves got 2 late winner, right, Wolves just dominated the game. As a non-Sun owner, right, I was like, it was an easy watch. To say the least. Yeah. What do you think? of the game?
Yeah, as in,
Remember-
this is one of the
yeah.
reasons why it pushed me towards Salah now. I have Son in my team. I know Madison's not around in the team, and there's no one that's gonna give this create for Son anymore. I think there's Brennan Johnson and all that, but I feel like they also have a tough run of fixture, so it's a kind of easy kind of upgrade from
Before
Son
Man City,
to
right?
Salah to me. Yeah,
Before Man City, right?
are they playing Man City?
No,
Yeah.
sorry.
Remember
14,
two
14,
pods ago?
Your settings? Yeah.
Yeah, 2 pods ago we were asking could Spurs actually win the title, and I was saying that they haven't really been tested in terms of injuries and like
Yeah.
rotation and all this. And then 1 week later, bam, all the worst
Yeah, man,
things
that's
that could happen to them
Injuries,
happen to them, man.
suspensions and all
So
that, but we did
yeah.
mention on this spot that I did mention I felt like the team is not deep enough. They have a good 11.
yeah,
but
yeah.
I
We
think
did
once
mention
coming on, I
centre-back.
think the person that I really deserve the roast from Spurs is Eric Dier. That guy was horrible. Like, you watch the last goal. He basically just like, hey, let me not
Last goal.
go
Oh,
have at it, bro. Like just give it a shot, see what you can do, kind of thing. Like Dier, he just standing, wasn't tracking him at all. It was horrible.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean,
so
talking
Son-
about Son, right? Yeah, Son. Like
Yeah.
for me, I'm still holding on to him. I feel like as captain of the team, with the team down, I would say down in the dirt quite a bit, and with
on penalties.
Ainge, the motivational coach behind him, right? I feel that Son will probably take some responsibility on his shoulder to help turn their fortunes around a little bit, lah. So I still have some faith in Son. I feel that even though the team around him, I mean, it's not exactly very weak in terms of creative output. They still have Kulusevski. They still have other pretty decent players to help him
Not
in,
who?
and I hope that
Lo
he returns,
Celso?
lah.
Not really. But number 8
usually
are not.
Bentancur on the bench.
Bentancur is like a
Bentancur on the
defensive
bench
player
and a
though.
few others, lah. Yeah,
Meadow is
but-
not important, man, in the team.
yeah, he was.
Meadow
He
just
was.
clicks everything. He only had one
But,
shot like, for Sun. So wait, so you're not. So your advice to Sun owners is just hold and
For me, I'm still holding on to him because I feel that more responsibility will be on his shoulders. They probably want to feed him the focal point of the attack will be Son, and they probably want to try to get the ball to him as best as possible, lah. I feel that the team would set up around Son, given the current injury crisis that they have.
I'm now just thinking about how the heck do you afford Salah and Son in your team? That's crazy.
he welcome that. Actually, wait.
Yeah.
No. If Sun blanks again the next game and Saka like braces
Oh
and
yeah, it
hauls,
doesn't have Saka yet.
will you make the switch knowing Arsenal have Wolves and Luton in 14 and 15? Will you be tempted if they Sun blank again?
Yeah, I would, I would.
Right, yeah. I
Like
don't
it's
think
not
so.
an immediate fire to fight for me. I will watch the Aston Villa game, see how they set up, but I won't
Yeah.
sell him for the Aston Villa game. But
Yeah.
definitely a move lah. I mean, I'm glad that he's at 9 million, right? He's at 9 million, and it make my
You can buy
moves
anyone,
out of him a little easier lah. I could buy
Yeah.
almost any other midfielder to replace him.
Mm.
But
Okay.
just a quick one. Pablo Sarabia, man, what an impact
Wow,
substitute,
man.
huh?
What a
Wow, the
crazy
first
impact.
touch. Yeah, I mean, like I was just looking at the Wolves lineup. But Pedro Neto is out, so I think they had what's his name, the Jean-Jacques Bellegarde coming in as his
Balagan.
replacement, right? And I think that he doesn't produce that kind of like attacking output that Pedro Neto does. So they're a bit more defensive with this lineup. What do you guys think, man? Sarabia with that performance, is he?
Do you check whether he's injured or what? Where did he come from? Why didn't he start?
Who,
from, like-
Sarabia?
Yeah, was he injured?
I'm
Spain
not sure,
international.
man.
He
But
has
he's good lah. Like he's good, and I don't know. Like I mean, maybe it could just be inspired form lah. But as someone I keep an eye out lah. Considering
Of the menu?
Neto's, possibly,
0.1%.
possibly.
Today we're not
Okay,
doing it.
so-
Today we're not doing it off the menu, right?
Yeah.
We will talk about it.
Yeah, we
Okay,
did
let's
it.
move on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our segment Kopi Takeaways. In this segment, we'll be tackling burning questions head on, discuss key assets to look out for, and highlight trends and strategies for the upcoming game week and answer your questions. Let's talk about that crazy game then.
What a game,
4-4.
man.
What a
Two
game.
game weeks in a row, Chelsea had such
Chelsea,
a very interesting game
man.
to watch.
Entertaining
Surprising,
team,
yeah.
Chelsea.
Chelsea is
I don't know
just
what's more
Okay.
surprising, guys. I don't know what's more surprising.
What?
Chelsea scoring 4 goals or City conceding 4 goals.
This is a good question.
I think Chelsea is scoring more goals. 4 goals is
No, I think-
surprising to me because like Man
Both,
City,
I
you
mean,
see
it's,
them defend. They don't defend,
Got 4
bro.
goals,
They
eh?
just like attack, bro. Yeah, it was so
Got
open
4
the
goals,
game.
eh?
Like it
But-
was.
The quality in that defense, like letting in 4 goals against the quality of this attack, like you wouldn't, on paper, you wouldn't have expected this scoreline. I just felt that way.
I think if I knew the tactic of Chelsea was to go toe-to-toe with Man City, right, I thought Man City would have cleared. I mean, would have won easily, like if they went toe-to-toe. But then to go toe-to-toe, right, and like I would say they were unlucky not to win the game. I think they were slightly the better team. If you
Chelsea?
consider all the goals Man City scored, right? Yeah, Chelsea. You see the Man City goals, right? Like Rodri's goal is a bit fluky, and then the penalty was soft for Haaland, the first one, and then the goal off the backside. It was a bit lucky, more lucky than
Haaland scored with his third leg, bro.
With everything, man, left, right, third leg, can do some, bro.
Hey bro, how was that? Wait, how did Haaland get the assist, bro? That was nowhere near.
Yeah,
him,
I
right?
also don't know, but I'm glad for it. I was like looking, hey, why?
Where's
I
the
was watching.
assist?
I didn't watch the full game, but I watched the extended highlights. I say, where's the
Yeah,
assist here?
same. I'm like, oh yeah, where's the assist, man? Come on, man. Yeah, but anyway, we have a lot of questions on it. Okay, let's start on Chelsea. Okay, so Le Chie asks, is it time to get Chelsea assets, or is it just another case of Luton game?
You can't say it's a Luton game now because this is like the best team in the league against the worst
Yeah,
team in the
that's
league.
what I was about to
I
say.
mean, if they can
Okay.
score 4 against how many they scored against Luton? 5, 5 or 6? 5,
3
4,
only, I think.
3.
I think 3
Yeah.
only. Okay, from Game Week 16, right, their fixtures, I'll read to you, okay? So, Everton, Sheffield, Wolves, Crystal Palace, Luton, Fulham. So, they have, like, until 21... last part, I asked you about Reece James, right? In Game Week 16, right, I think, like, the likes of Cole Palmer, I know all his goals are just penalties, right? Even though it's 4 penalties. But he does look good. He does look, like, central to the team.
Yeah,
And his price,
I
right,
agree with you.
from 16 is, like, no-brainer. I don't know. It's just it's a gift. And then Reece James is kind of back, so he will be intriguing though. He'll be enticing. So yeah, I would say it's not. You have to score 4 goals against Man City. I don't care if it's something to look out for lah, especially the fixtures from 16. That would be my guess.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I agree with you.
I
agree with
think
you.
at the moment I'm still staying away from Chelsea's defense. I don't think they are showing anything to me that I feel that I kind of like want. I mean, James is always the attacking returns, but I mean you're also paying a premium for James. He's not very
It's
cheap.
not that
and then-
premium, no?
Is
It's 5.3 now, I think.
Wow, okay,
Yeah.
that's the cheapest you can ever
Let me
see
check.
Reece James.
Yeah,
but
he's
I
not
think that's
premium
because of his
anymore.
injury record last season and
Yeah.
also this season. Yeah, but I think one interesting thing about James is that it seems like they kind of managing him like game to game, like they're really managing him. Like so, it looks like he'll be like sub off for like 60 minutes kind of thing. For Gusto, and I think that's actually good for Chelsea. I mean, it's only 60 minutes for him to.
Yeah,
it's 60 minutes
that's
for
what
him
I'm
to get like attacking returns, but also less time that's also as in less time available for Chelsea to concede a goal. Yeah. And James to get the clean sheet. So interesting.
Yeah,
But
for me-
would you say that Palmer is the best asset at the moment, considering his value and his... Yeah.
100% for Chelsea.
So
He's so
like
cheap.
I think two episodes ago, I was considering moving out to get either like Lokman was saying
Vicky
Adingra or
Palmer.
Cole Palmer, right? So I wasn't
Oh,
convinced
yeah.
then that Palmer was essential to this team, but after 2 game weeks, I think Pochettino sees quite a bit from him lah, and I think he looks kind of nil in this team as well. So at 5.1
You see his
million on penalties,
Yeah.
like it's quite a
This is
no-brainer
dribble,
to be
bro.
honest.
He dribbled past like a lot
Yes,
of
he
players,
dribbled 3
yeah.
defenders to make his
Yeah,
Crazy,
and-
man. Yeah.
What a guy.
Low-key, he
what a
looks a bit
guy.
like Adam Swandi. Yeah.
And like when he
Adam
took the
Swandi,
penalty,
yeah.
though, the arrogance when he scored the goal, I kind of like that from a player. Like
The
that
penalty
kind
was
of like,
crazy,
yeah.
man.
He
The penalty
was
was
like
crazy.
for a 20-year-old guy stepping up
Yeah,
against his
man.
old team, right?
Balls.
Wow. And then when he scored, right, like that like he didn't, like his celebration was just like pure arrogance, and I like that from a player
Yeah.
who's that young. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, so,
But if there's anyone who's arrogant, it's Nicholas Jackson.
That guy is not arrogant. That guy yellow card
like,
mad neck. Every game, like he
07,
got
right?
some bone to pick with another player. I think he's gonna end up with like 15 yellow cards this season. Every game yellow card.
Yeah.
He's,
Okay,
if he returns, right, it's not like if he scores 1 goal, right, it's a 3-point goal, right. It's never a 4-point goal because he's gonna get a yellow
That's
card.
true. That's true. he's gonna get banned soon. 2 games. He's gonna get it soon. 3 more games. 3 more green yellow cards. I think he'll get it in the next 4 games. But anyway, let's talk about Man City. So Jerry Chan asked Julian Alvarez out. So he played this game. He's pretty near. So I would okay. What do you think? Y'all don't own Alvarez, right? I think he's quite highly owned.
Yeah.
What to do with Alvarez? Who wants to go first?
Tough one. I think
Tough, huh?
like he doesn't stand out these last few games. I'm not sure exactly why. I think possibly because Bernardo Silva is stepping up in terms of creative output further up the pitch with Rodri's return. So Alvarez kind of outshadowed a little bit. So I'm not sure. I don't own him. I haven't thought of bringing him in. So I'm not really in a position to decide if
AVK?
he's essential or not, or to take him up.
Yeah.
What do you think,
For me, no lah. I think he's pretty nailed in the Man City team. It looks like
Yeah, I think he's a good pick, man. He's still a good pick,
Guardiola wants to play him, but I think I only ever consider him if he's the focal point. If Haaland gets injured, I think Alvarez is the guy, because I feel like there are other forward options like Watkins, like Isak Wilson, and also like Darwin Núñez.
No, but the question is, will you sell him?
Sell him.
Yeah, that's the thing. Okay,
It's quite tough
for me,
because
right,
there's not many.
To
There's not
buy
many
no lah,
attacking
but
like
Yeah.
forward
sell
assets.
also no lah. I think that's a whole lah for me.
yeah, I think he's nailed. So I don't think he's an urgent sell because at his price, right? Who can you buy? I think Darwin costs more if you want to go there, but Darwin's not going to play against Man City. I don't see any other strikers to buy. I think Big Owl maybe if you want, but I don't think I'll go there. Lah. It's a downgrade. Big Dom,
Yeah.
Big Owl. Those are not. You just kill Alvarez, man. He's playing for the best team in the league. Right? So you
And then
just
like
keep
the
him
thing is
at his
like
price,
if you have like players like Awo or Solanke or whoever, right? Like when you play against like Man City, when you look at the upcoming fixture, you see like they play against Man City or they play against Arsenal like away. You feel like okay, I think this is like a benchable thing. But then like for Alvarez, there's no benching. There's no
Yeah.
benching conundrum. It's like,
international break also, no?
yeah.
Post international break, right? Long travel, he still plays he still starts the game, right? He's immune to rest for now. But anyway,
But
okay, so the big
I think
yeah.
unless you're on a 3-4-3, I think Jar is on a 3-4-3 right now, and
Yeah,
you
he
have 2 free
probably has
transfers. You
Watkins,
might want to consider selling him and then
Who?
upgrading someone in your midfield. Lah. Like I feel like forward returns right now, not that many options that you have apart from Haaland.
Not the most
and
fashionable
Watkins.
thing. Not in trend at the moment.
Yeah,
If you have
correct.
if you have 2 free transfers, maybe I don't know, get Archer and
Yeah,
then
2 free transfers.
before Liverpool, maybe. But I don't think it's against Liverpool. It's not the best fixture, but I still think it's ideal. Man City will score probably. Anyway, back to the game. Man City Liverpool early kickoff. So there's a host of questions. So first one is Min Wong. Will Haaland and Salah cancel each other in a 0-0 draw, or will it be a high-scoring slugfest? Kenny Keegan asks captaincy options. Is it safe to captain a player other than Haaland or Salah? Kumaran Mani asks who to captain this game. So he's not.
Yeah,
Kumaran is not going to captain. Yeah, he's not going to captain Salah or Haaland. He said he's not going to captain them. So have you all thought of captaincy? Who? If
Yes.
okay, let's
Wait,
go with
before
Kumaran
that,
first.
before that, I've got some stats here because I'm also looking between
Alright.
Salah and Haaland captaincy. Okay, just a quick one, right? Right now, as it stands, Salah is on 101 points, Haaland is on 96 points. Okay,
Nice.
Salah is on 10 goals and Haaland is on 13 goals.
Okay.
But check these stats,
Okay.
Salah has converted 10 goals from 17 shots on target, while Haaland has converted 13 goals from 27 shots on target. Right, so the conversion
Haaland has
rate
10 more
for
shots.
Salah is at 60%. 60% of his shots go in. The shots that he take. Haaland is more closer to 48%. Okay, let's look
Haaland
at
has
big
10
chances
more
missed.
shots. Wait, so Haaland
Yeah,
has
yes,
10 more shots,
shots.
than Salah. Okay.
Correct.
Continue.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
I think
Haaland
that's an
is more
important
shots.
stat too. That's an important stat too. I think.
Yeah, okay, continue.
Correct. That's an important stat. That's why I'm reading out the stats and conversion.
Okay.
Then big chances missed. Salah has only missed 5 big chances compared to Haaland's
Haaland?
13 big chances.
13.
Okay.
Oh, shocking.
13, yeah. That's a lot of chances for 12 games. So he's missed one big chance almost every game. Big chances created, right? Okay, wait. We go to assists first, right? So Salah is on 4 assists and Haaland surprisingly is just one behind at 3 assists. Including the ghost assist in the last game. Right? So that's 3 assists for Haaland. In terms of chance created, Salah is more involved. He's got 11 big chances created and Haaland has got 3 big chances created, right? So I think it's like on one hand, I would say that Salah has had a slightly better season so far than Haaland, but in terms of looking at these stats, right, like I'm really torn, right, because Salah is taking fewer chances, but he's converting it better, right? Whereas Haaland is just like waiting for the floodgates to open. Right, he's taking all the shots, but he's not converting as much as last season. So, with these stats in place, right, and with City playing at home, it's a tough one. For me, as a Liverpool fan, I'll probably go with with Salah as captain. But again, with 2 weeks with 2 weeks, and that's purely like non-statistical. I mean, I know I presented like a few stats, right? They're purely non-statistical. I think this is one of the decisions that you have to go with your heart with, right? I think Liverpool has had quite decent defense. Last few game week, they might
Really?
cancel Haaland out. Midfield battles, I think. Sobo, McAllister, Endo versus Rodri and the likes will be challenging one. I actually feel it might be a 0-0 stalemate on this one, or
Really?
even like a low scoring. I feel.
Why?
I feel. I mean, at
Why?
the end of the day, it's feel right.
Why?
I feel like they're gonna cancel out in what you call it, in a lot of areas of the pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Personally,
wait. I answer first because you don't have both. Okay, sorry. Okay, so okay, so ABK doesn't have both, right? So sorry, just kidding. I'll answer first. So for me, right, I'm leaning towards Haaland because it's a home fixture, and also I don't think it'll be a 0-0. And I think if Konate is still out, right, I don't know. Hopefully you get the news. If Matip is playing, right, he'll probably stick to Matip, and I would see some success for Haaland v Matip. That duel. So I'm leaning towards the home team and Haaland. ABK.
Yeah, I agree with. As in, I agree with what you say about the high scoring. I think both teams will go at it. I think they are so close at the table. I think both of them will really go for it. And I think they won't really. I mean, we see how high scoring it was for Man City this week. So I think it's going to be a high scoring one. With regards to Salah and Haaland, I think there's no right answers. I think you just go with your gut, your feel, and then you choose. If I had both,
But if we were to look,
I had both right,
yeah.
I think I would go for Salah. I think
I
I
mean,
would
we're
go
trying to
Salah.
put some logic into this. Coming back from the international break, Salah probably more involved with the international team than Haaland. So
Shorter travel maybe. I don't know when he's playing. I don't know.
yeah, shorter. I mean, like there's not much logic behind this. I don't know. Like I might say all this and then decide to captain someone else outside, like Watkins or.
Okay.
So
Yeah, let's talk
there's
about
a
that.
question on, is it safe to captain a player other than Haaland and Salah? I am actually considering a captain outside of Haaland and
Saka.
Salah. Yeah, as in
Saka.
Arsenal loyalist, I am going to
Uh,
captain
I'm thinking of Saka too.
possibly.
Wait, wait.
I feel like it's a good opportunity because like I've been captaining Haaland permanently. Like whether he plays, whoever he plays, I just captain Haaland, and it's been going good for me. But I think it's just this week could be a good opportunity for me to go outside of Salah and Haaland because both have tough fixtures. As in I don't have Salah, lah, of course. I mean just going out of Haaland. So I think I'm looking at Salah. It's Saka.
How about
yeah.
how
There's
about
also the
Bowen,
option
bro,
of
against Burnley?
Son, but I think Son against Aston Villa with that defense with
Bowen?
like Madison away. Who's Bowen?
Bowen
playing?
versus Burnley. Burnley
Yeah.
away. Nah,
I don't know,
not on
man.
pens.
I will go
Watkins?
for Saka. Watkins
Against
also could be
his Spurs
interesting.
team.
Against Deer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it could be an interesting option.
Yeah.
Actually, what's your thought? Like Johnston against Luton. Pushing it about 9 points against Luton.
But there's no save points, bro.
Yeah.
No save points. Luton won't shoot.
Six
No save
points.
points there. No save points. I probably get 2 points. 1 point for like a
If your hypothesis is that it's gonna be a low scoring game week, I think 6 points okay. I mean 0-0 for Salah Allen, both of them get 2 points, 3 points. Johnston 6 points would be more than both of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I probably consider Watkins outside of the big two.
Really? Yeah, but who are you going? What's your gut now? If the deadline is tonight, who will you captain? Salah, right?
Salah, big game
I
player.
think I'm going Haaland.
Haaland. Okay, wait. How many goals has Haaland scored against Liverpool? I don't think that many. We look at the
not a
stats.
lot.
How many goals has
last season
Haaland?
last season we beat City 1-0, I think, and draw. I can't remember.
I think
but-
Community Shield
not
also he couldn't score against Liverpool last season.
Bro, but Saka, bro, I don't know. One game of decent form is Brentford away. I don't know, man. I will go there if not for Haaland. But I don't think I will go there. So I'm sticking to Haaland. Saka hasn't shown me enough.
Yeah,
I was hoping he would show me more.
Arsenal loyalist pick. I don't think it's really got to do with the fixtures or how really
But
well
Bowen-
he's been playing for the past few weeks. Yeah.
If Bowen is on pens, maybe I think Bowen will be good pick. But Paqueta is on pens, I think. And I think Saka is on pens, hopefully. If nobody's baby is going to be born soon, maybe he's probably on pens. So I think Saka is the next best
If
pick, lah.
Jorginho was on a pitch, I think Jorginho might take it over Saka also actually.
No, really?
Yeah.
You think so?
I think so.
Has that happened?
I think so. I can't remember.
right.
I can't remember. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah.
Okay, I don't know anything else before I move on?
Yeah, Haaland has only scored once against Liverpool in the EFL Cup for
Yes.
Manchester City. Yeah,
So
EFL
it's
Cup,
0 on
4th
the league,
round.
lah.
So he's 0 on the league. He hasn't scored in the Community Shield. Neither has he scored in the last Premier League game that he played. He missed one through injury. Yeah. The last time he scored against
But anyway-
Liverpool was in the EFL Cup lah.
But anyway, Anwar, if you think it's a 0-0, you should probably captain Watkins, right?
Yeah. So again, I'll see how it goes. I really think
See.
I got feel it's a 0-0 game.
I tell you, I give you a spoiler alert. This guy will captain
Oh.
Salah, confirm.
Like think very deep, think very long, but yeah.
But
Yeah,
Watkins-
guys, I'm just
Okay, anyway,
Red herring
Watkins,
here.
like he, I thought I bought Watkins on a minus 8 in game week 10, right? I thought he was going to get 2-2-2 in 3 game weeks, but then he did score, and actually he missed another big chance. So he's still getting chances. I think Watkins is a decent pick against Spurs, against Eric Dyer. I still think Watkins over Saka if you don't want to go with the big two. That would be my...
okay lah. Touch my heart lah. Touch my heart lah. I'm really not buying Watkins. I'm really not feeling Watkins at all lah. I don't think he'll return. He has that quality. So I'm going with Salah. That's my captaincy option.
Okay,
Final.
outside of
So-
Haaland and Salah, who's your choice? Outside of Haaland and Salah,
Watkins,
who's your choice? Anwar? Choose one.
I don't know much. Watkins or
touch your-
Son. So Watkins
Watkins over Salah, for sure. Yeah, but
Watkins, yeah.
we have a special guest.
I think
okay,
your daughter has something to say about your captaincy options.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Said,
okay,
I knew it.
Anwar,
I knew we're gonna go Salah.
Actually, let's move to off the menu. Okay, we won't pick a pick now. We will
Yeah,
pick
we'll just
it
post it on.
sometime next week, right? Sometime next week with the community. So the community will pick first, and then I will
Yeah,
post
so
it
the
on
last-
Instagram
the last-
and socials. Yeah.
So the last time we had the off the menu pick, right? Before international break, I think one of the players actually got injured. So I think it's not fair. So we actually hold the off the menu pick for one more week later.
Yeah. So just a run through of the results this week. I have won. I just want to give a
How
quick
many points
spoiler
Dalo's
alert. So I think I have Dalo. Dalo got, I think maybe 6 points. I think Hoyland I think only got 2
Bailey.
points.
Yeah,
Who got Bailey?
4 points.
Bailey is
no.
4 points, and then there's another one. Who's that?
Kudus.
Kudus didn't get points this week. 2 points.
Didn't get any points.
Yeah. So I'm a winner for this week.
congrats.
So I'm up again. 4 to 3 to Anwar, and then 2 to Lukman, and then community right now is 0 points. But
4-3-2, bro.
4-3-2.
4-3-2.
4-3-2. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go to our teams really quickly. Let me just do a quick one for mine. I'm gonna set up in a 3-4-5-2 as I usually do. 3-5-2. I got Gabriel, Cash, and Trippier in my defense. My midfield, I got Martinelli, Bowen. I made an early transfer to bring in Palmer for Luis Diaz. I think this kind of a value protection move. It's just my plan for getting Salah in the future. And then Saka and Son. And then up front, I got Watkins and Haaland. So my captaincy, I think at the moment will be on Saka, but it might change. I will just still ponder and think about it. Of course, my keeper is Areola. Yeah, I think I'm only looking to make one transfer this week. Hopefully, there's no other injuries or fires to fight to make use of my second transfer. But this is my plan. I'm gonna in the future I'm gonna bring in Martinelli and take Martinelli out for Embremo and then upgrade Son to Salah. Yeah. Lukman?
So Martinelli. So next game it will be Martinelli to Embremo and then Son to Salah in 14.
Yes, correct.
30.
Yeah.
And you still have one more transfer to play with, because you can roll, right?
No, as in I already made my one transfer. I got 2 transfers this week. I already made my one transfer. So next week
So
I
you
will,
have 2 next week, and then you still got one more. You got one spare in case you need to make one more other move from those moves that you just mentioned.
I don't have spare, bro.
Correct.
Like I only have, as in I got one transfer. As in I'm gonna roll my transfer. I got 2 transfers. I'm gonna roll my transfer. So next week I'll have like Martinelli to Embremo, Son to Salah. So
You mean you're making both next week?
both next week, yeah.
Oh.
It's in game week 15 now. Right?
No, game week 14.
14. No,
Yeah.
14. So let me see. So Spurs play. Okay, makes sense. Spurs play Man City. Okay.
Oh,
correct.
game
Sorry,
week 14,
sorry.
yeah.
Okay, so I'll go next. So I'm lining up in a 3-5-2. Pickford, Trippier, Gabriel, Cash, Salah, Mbemo, Adingra, Saka, Gordon, Watkins, and Captain Haaland. My bench is Turner, Archer, and Tsimi, Sigh, and Bale. Okay, so my plan
so
is...
low on the pecking order, Tsimikas.
I think Archer should be here, right? Right, no? Bournemouth at home?
No.
Okay,
No.
maybe I switch as well. I also have this.
Okay, okay, never
I'm
mind.
gonna switch now.
Okay, so my plan is to roll, and hopefully in game week 14 I hopefully no injuries so yeah, nothing much to say I will just roll a transfer. Anwar?
Okay, so I have one free transfer and I think 1.1 million in the bank. So I feel a bit nervous this coming next few game weeks. I don't know if my Mitoma and Kudus decision and Gohi decision last 2 game weeks would serve me well. I really hope they do. I also feel like I'm a bit
Pressure.
weak on defense with Tsimikas, Kabore and Al-Dahil against this opposition here. And I also have a triple up on Aston Villa, Diaby and Cash, which I'm supposed to, I remember I mentioned earlier in the pod, my strategy is to face them out of the... I don't want to triple up on Aston Villa, basically. I need to face them out in the next 2 game week. So I'm really torn here. Some of the decisions that I have to make is probably to phase out
We'll say your
Cash
team first.
and bring in an...
We'll say your team first.
Johnston at goal with Areola on the bench. Kwehi, Cash, Tsimikas. Kabore and Dahil in defense. Kudus, Son, Mitoma, Diaby, Salah. And Haaland and Watkins and Archer up front. Right, so I think my front three is okay. My midfield, I feel that I'm happy with my midfield bar Son. So Son is a wait and see for game week 13. So it's just the defense lah. My defense, I need 3 good defenders, and I feel that now I only have 1.5 in Gohi and Cash. So Tsimikas again against City, I probably put him in and hope for the best. But I feel that I need to bring
0-0.
cash out of this team and probably to. That's why I asked earlier, right, whether I should bring
Arsenal.
Saliba in. I'm looking at the Arsenal defensive asset to bring in to cover my Arsenal assets. So probably cash for Saliba this game week. Spend the points because I can afford to have that rotational risk.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's a move I'm probably considering, cash to Saliba.
When
Anything else?
when you mention when you mention Son is a risk in your team, right? So the following week, who are you planning to buy for Son? You have any
Yeah,
plans?
probably an Arsenal asset lah. So again, like depending on my move this week, I want to bring in an Arsenal asset to cover lah. So
Okay.
I might move for cash to Saliba first, right? Because I feel that
Son.
I need to diversify my risk a little bit. I don't want to triple down on Aston Villa assets. But then that probably means that cash will probably return next week lah if I take him out. but
There's an injury
but
concern with
probably
Cash
cash to
actually.
Saliba.
Apparently, like he has a shoulder problem and he played through his injury this week, so he's out of the internationals actually. But it could be just a excuse to get off international.
But I don't know. Also, I don't see much of the attacking coming from the right flank this season from Aston Villa.
Actually, he
Like the last
no,
game,
actually
more on the left.
Yeah,
He had 2 shots in the box, no,
you
Cash?
start to see it when you
Right.
get him out of your team.
bro, Cash
Yeah,
has
it's always
2
like
shots.
that.
I think Cash has been a bit unlucky. He has 2 shots in the box the last game week against Fulham at home. I think he will haul one of the days. But Spurs away is probably a good time to take him out, I would say. But yeah, I think, shall we move on? Mini
Yep.
league?
Yeah, talking about Saliba in our top of the table, he actually brought Saliba in this week. Let's just run through his league. He's at the number 3 we have Harry Slim with a team name that I shall not mention. He dropped from number 2. Number 2 we have Gary Au. I think he was previously third and now he's number 2 now. TC is Utah, and still the number 1 is Lemon Quack with the team name Sunshiny Days. He brought in Saliba this week for Pau Torres and Saliba came through for him with 9 points. Yeah, so 80 points this week for him. I think quite a decent score. I think he actually had the green arrow going up to 543 overall, but I think he dropped to 5th place in Singapore. Yeah, so how his team was set up was Trippier, Saliba, Mitchell, midfield Gordon, Mitoma, Saka, Captain Salah, and up front he has Watkins, Alvarez, and Haaland. So Haaland and Salah, I think if you have both of them in your team, they're the guys who are bringing in the main points for you lah. But I think he really got lucky with Saliba, bringing in Saliba. I think that was quite a clutch move lah.
Instead of Gabriel,
Instead of Gabriel, yeah.
Interesting.
And then he actually also have like lots of points on the bench. He got Palmer 6 points on the bench, and then he got Tsimikas and second on his bench with 15 points lah. So actually quite a decent team going forward lah. I think looking good lah.
All right. Let's wrap it up. We'll be podding. We'll take a break 2 weeks. So if I were you guys, right, just take a break. December will be very hectic. There'll be a lot of game weeks back to back. It will be full on throttle. So we'll be back post game week 13. Sorry, you have to say your line, bro.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Sorry. Yeah. So like just since we're on the topic of mini league just now, we give out a Premier League jersey of choice to the season winner. So Lemon Quack currently looking good lah, looking good value to for his league with his team. Yeah. So you may find a league code at the Telegram channel where we administer our league and interact with the community.
Yep. So I'll be sending up a comment post for your off the menu pick. So you probably have like so for those of you who are in our Telegram group and listening to this, you probably have about a week to ponder who your off the menu pick is. Just a quick reminder: of the menu pick will be players who are below 5% expected ownership. So what will happen is that from the list of comments that we get, from the list of players that we get from this off the menu pick, we will actually put up a poll, and the highest from that poll will actually represent the community as the community of the menu pick. Right? If you're listening to this podcast on Spotify and you have yet to subscribe, follow, and like this Spotify, do so. Do give us a good rating as well, as it will definitely help with the algorithm and help us reach out to more people within the community. Right? You can find FPL Kopi Talks on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and X. Links are embedded in the description below.
And everyone who asked questions, right? Thanks for all the questions, and thanks
really,
for
really
listening. If you're still
appreciate
listening up till now, yeah, thanks for everything. Thank you, ABK.
Thanks, Lukman and Anwar.
Thank you, Anwar.
Thanks, guys. It's been a pleasure. Happy Deepavali once again to our Hindu listeners.
see you guys in 2 weeks, man. Take a break and we'll be back.
Enjoy your break.
We're
guys.
FPL Kopi Talks signing out.
You're listening to FPL Kopi Talks. Right here. Right now.